See what this person said about this issue. What do you think? What do you think? Just listen to what he said about this issue and tell me what you think in the comment section.
Nigeria was supposed to be the loudest stop on I Should Speed Africa tour, the most hyped, the most chaotic, in a good way. Instead, it became the shortest stay of his entire trip. Within hours of landing in Lagos, the same country known for energy, culture, and influence turned into a place he couldn't wait to escape from. No second day stream, no exploration. Now the question is, what really happened in Nigeria that made I Should Speed quietly pack up and move to Benin Republic? This is not a hate gist though, this is not a foreigner mocking Nigeria. This is a mirror, and many Nigerians don't like what it's showing. Now if you are here, this is just TV, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel right now, because this conversation is not comfortable but it is necessary. Now before Nigeria, I Should Speed had already been moving across Africa for weeks. Rwanda, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Angola, different countries, different cultures, different economies, but one thing stayed consistent: structure. Speed visited tourist sites, he learned history, he explored wildlife, he moved freely. Crowds showed excitement but they respected boundaries. His trips were chaotic, yes, but controlled chaos. The fun kind, the kind that creates viral moments without putting lives at risk. Then came to Nigeria and the expectations were sky high. Nigeria is Africa's most populous country, the entertainment capital, the online news capital, and the country that never stays quiet. For Speed fan, Lagos was supposed to be the main event, but hype without planning is not excitement, it is a problem waiting to happen. The moment Speed touched down in Lagos, the difference was obvious. Crowds flooded the airport, phones everywhere, people screaming, people pulling, people blocking movement. At first it looked like love, Nigerian style energy, but love without control quietly becomes danger. As soon as he stepped into public spaces, especially markets, the situation escalated. People surrounded him from every angle, not to welcome him, not to guide him, but to collect money and even opportunities. And this wasn't just unemployed youth, including security guards, workers, random beggars. Everyone had the same request: boss, I beg, help me. Boss, drop something. Boss, oh yeah, anything for the boys. Within minutes, his movement was blocked. Security began whispering. Bouncers started panicking. This place is not safe, we need to leave. That was the first red flag. Then came the statement. Speed, visibly overwhelmed, said something that shocked Nigerians more than anything else. He said he didn't know Nigeria had this much begging, that he thought Nigeria was more developed. And just like that, the internet exploded. Some Nigerians felt insulted, others felt embarrassed, others felt exposed. But here is the uncomfortable truth: he didn't insult Nigeria, he reacted to what he experienced, live, unfiltered, on camera. And the worst part, many Nigerians watching at home couldn't even argue with him. As evening came, the problems multiplied. Street lights barely working, entire areas swallowed by darkness, power outages everywhere, internet connection dropped constantly, the streams lagged, even the quality of the video suffered. At this point, Speed wasn't even enjoying himself anymore. Streaming, the thing he does best, became stressful. Everywhere he turned, someone is asking for money, someone is grabbing him, someone is shouting, someone blocking the camera, the likes of Bella. This wasn't adventure, this was survival mode. And once safety becomes a concern, fun disappears. Yes, some Nigerian influencers and celebrities try to link up with him, but instead of helping him experience Nigeria properly, some moments felt awkward. Too much self-promotion, too much entitlement. In fact, one request that shocked viewers was a reported demand for $10,000 live, and at that point it was clear. Nobody was asking, how do we show Nigeria well? Everybody was asking, what can I get from this? And that mindset, more than poverty, more than infrastructure, is what ruined the visit. Now if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, share this video, because people need to hear this without emotions. Other African countries used Speed's visit to educate the world about who they are. Nigeria used it to beg. That is not culture, that is not hustle, that is not survival mindset. That is a broken system expressing itself publicly. And by January 22nd, it was over. No announcement, no apology. Speed simply wrapped up early and left. No second day stream, no extended Lagos stay, no next update. He was already on the road to Benin Republic. And just like that, Nigeria, the most anticipated stop, became a footnote. In Benin, things slowed down. Crowds were smaller, security tighter, harassment reduced. The same I Should Speed, the same energy, different outcome. Which means the problem was never Speed. The loudest criticism didn't even come from foreigners, it came from Nigerians. Words like embarrassing, beggarly mindsets, missed opportunities, national shame, and all of that. Now the deep question is, if Nigeria cannot host one content creator for 24 hours without chaos, what does that say about us? If every opportunity is seen as something to collect from, not to build with, how do we grow? Speed didn't cancel Nigeria, Nigeria exposed itself, and maybe that is the most painful part. Now here's my final thoughts in this. This story isn't about I Should Speed though. He will move on, his store will continue, his content will thrive, and besides, you already have 50 million subscribers on YouTube alone. This story is about Nigeria, about image, our mindset, and what we show the world when the cameras are on. Because one thing is certain, the world was watching and Nigerians Nigerian didn't put its best foot forward at all. Well guys, like what is your take in all of this? It's a whole lot of conversation going on the internet, and I'll be interested to know your own take. Drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe on this channel if you're yet to do so, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.